Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out in just a few weeks' time, and most people are excited to jump into Rockstar's new world. But for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Red Dead. I know I'm literally the only person. But to me, I'm more excited to see what Rockstar is after this game. What is the future of Rockstar? I believe Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to tell us. Rockstar has been the staple bad boy of the games industry for decades now, consistently standing up and leading the charge in terms of their morals and the game's quality. It wouldn't matter if we had to wait 5, 6, 7, 8 years for the next thing to be released. We would all wait patiently and have our minds blown when it finally released. We had none of this fix it after launch or just rush it out the door mentality that so many other publishers have decided to run with. Rockstar were the godfathers of the medium. Didn't matter what it was that they touched, it turned to gold. It was always critically acclaimed, and although they had many critics saying otherwise, Rockstar was the company that all others respected. And it's that respect that, quite frankly, I feel they've just been pissing up the walls. GTA 5 dropped in 2013. It broke records and has become one of the biggest games ever to be released. It's followed the path of most GTA titles up until this point. With its huge hype, it delivers on all of it, gets critically acclaimed, has a huge amount of controversy behind it, and also makes a mammoth amount of cheddar. However, the past 5 years has been nothing but a progressive decline in GTA 5's quality due to the momentum and effort that GTA Online is getting. Now, an argument can be made that yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 as its single player package is still top notch. And if I don't like the online, that's my fault, that's my issue, I don't have to play it, go away, leave it alone, stop complaining, I get that. But do you remember way back when it first launched that there was all these stories and articles coming out about how CJ's voice actor from San Andreas was going to come back for DLC? Do you remember all of the rumours that started where we would be able to go to Liberty City and Nico was going to come over as an extra story pack? Stories where we'd be able to play as Michael and Trevor back in the good old days when, you know, Brad was still alive. Be these legitimate leaks or just clickbait articles from different gaming outlets, ultimately it doesn't matter because we never got it. We never got any extra story content from Rockstar. No major DLC at all, which again, Rockstar don't owe us anything. We've already paid for the game. They don't have to give us extra content. No major story DLC came at all, which again, Rockstar doesn't owe us a thing. We've already paid for the game. If they don't want to support it with extra story DLC, that's fine, that's completely up to them. If they choose to do nothing, that's fine. But they didn't do nothing, did they? GTA Online received a mammoth amount of support and a fucking gargantuan amount of extra content, with new cars, businesses, houses, extra guns, all of which were obtained via microtransactions. Now, before I go on, I just want to side note that I don't believe microtransactions are inherently a bad thing. I think done right, they could be an extremely fair way to support the game that you really like and to give a little kickback to the devs so they can continue to support the title over time. But there is a golden rule to this, and it's do not give any advantage via payment. So don't give somebody who pays more an in-game advantage. Everyone knows this, I'm just saying this is not a microtransaction whinge fest. It's not that at all. They're fine when done fairly. Done. Rockstar, however, I'll put the argument forward that they didn't just give away an online advantage in terms of killing power, but they also gated off the amount of players' fun. Just try and load into a game without getting absolutely butchered to buggery by some guy who dumped a load of cash on shark cards and now has an entire air force behind him. You can shoot him down, sure, you have the tools to do it, but it won't be for the first 10 to 20 minutes until he gets bored and decides to fly away. Only when his back is turned, that's the only time you'll have a clear shot to get him. The power of these new toys that he has paid for ultimately outweighs the default toys that you are given at the beginning. GTA Online is nothing but a toy box. You go there, you pick up some digital toys, and you try to be as much of a dick as possible. Yeah, we'll play in passive mode then. I don't want to play in passive mode. That's not fun either. In GTA 4's online mode, you had the entire city where guns spawned across the map scarcely, and it was a first come, first served basis. It was bucket loads of fun and felt much more fair than what we have at the moment. If someone got to a rocket launcher, you had enough time to go get another one from a different side of the map without being harassed relentlessly. The problem with GTA Online is that by introducing microtransactions for new toys, you had to top whatever came before. Bigger weapons, now even bigger weapons, here's a fighter jet, now here's an even bigger one. Each time upping the cost and the advantage of those who could afford it. Twin this with the total lack of extra single player content and it does show Rockstar's hand. They are chasing the money. Personally, I think it's a massive shame, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's started to grow just that small little inkling of concern when it comes to Rockstar games. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be 2018's biggest game, but are Rockstar going to repeat themselves? Are they going to milk Red Dead the exact same way that they've milked GTA? Now, full disclosure, I'm not the biggest Red Dead fan, so I'm very lukewarm on Red Dead 2's release anyway. However, I am very interested to see what the game does post-launch. What is Rockstar going to do? Now, that industry-wide respect that the company holds is still there, but I just think should we get a repeat of GTA 5, that might change. Now, I just want to add on the end here, as I know a lot of people are going to jump to Rockstar's defense and say that it's 2K pushing all of the microtransactions in, and I'm sorry, but GTA is such a synonymous franchise with Rockstar. Rockstar is the name on the box, it's the name that we all know and love with GTA. They come together. And since when did they start doing as they were told anyway? GTA Online is Rockstar's mess, and as such, it's their name that will be stained by this aggressive over-monetization of their titles. Thank you for making it to the end of the video and feeding my ego regardless if you agreed with me or not. We do have other videos on this channel should you find my voice and opinions fairly tolerable. If not, then double thanks for making it this far into the video. And I do genuinely wish that you have a better day now that I'm not part of it.